I do forestry mulching. I provide a mulching service for farmers, ranchers, and pretty much anybody that has land that has trees on it that they want to clean up, have trees removed, anything to do with chopping wood. I didn't have a whole lot of resources when I got started. I was working for another guy doing land clearing, and that's kind of what got me focused on this line of work. And I wasn't earning enough income to build up funds to start my own business there, so I switched over to a welding position, working for a friend of mine welding cow panels. And he bought a mulching machine, and as we were walking by one day, I joked to him and said, "Hey, when are you gonna let me run that thing?" He was like, "I ain't got time to find jobs for it." And I said, "Oh no, I'll take care of all that." And it got him thinking. Later on that day, he asked me, he was like, "Are you serious about it?" "Well, I'll be interested in leasing that machine to you if you start your own business." That first Monday was my first job with that machine. Borrowed a truck from my dad to where I could haul the machine and that trailer around. Started building up some funding to put towards my own equipment. And I want to go get me some new equipment, that way I can rely on it. And so that's kind of how I got started with going into mulching. Why I chose MAXX-D specifically was because they're local, plus they provide a trailer that is built reliable. I worked at MAXX-D for a short period of time, and I saw how those trailers were built. They have options that I could customize the trailer to my needs, specifically how I wanted it. Another thing was a 5-year warranty on it. I don't think there's anybody else in the industry that offers a 5-year warranty. That was a big plus. But the main portion of it was the quality of the trailer. I knew how they were built, and I had worked in some other places as well, so I kind of knew which companies did what. So the quality of the trailer was kind of why I got a MAXX-D trailer.
So the decision for you was pretty easy.
Yeah, very easy. How my trailer helps me get my work done. The trailer is pretty much the backbone of my business. It helps me transport my equipment from my shop to my job site. It's specifically designed for what I do. Without it, I can't do what I do. The dealership I bought the trailer from was Star Trailer Sales. It's located in Petty, Texas. They did an amazing job helping me figure out which trailer I needed. I knew what I needed the trailer to do, and Peter at Star Trailers, he helped me choose which trailer, what options I needed on the trailer. I walked in and said, "Hey, I need a trailer for this, and I needed to be able to do this and this. In case of this happens, I need that on there," or something like that. And he told me, "Yep, hey, you can get these options right here." Yeah, from when I walked in till I had the trailer purchased, it was probably about 20 minutes. A couple weeks down the road, and I had my trailer. An average day in my life would be me getting up. I typically get up about 5:30, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is my typical rise and shine time. Get up, get ready. About 7 o'clock, I'm ready to leave the house. I'll have put fuel in my auxiliary tank. I got my lunchbox and everything ready to go. Yep, 7 o'clock, I'm normally out the door, headed towards the job site. About 8 o'clock, I'll be on site, 7:30 to 8 o'clock. My machine, I always service it in the evening and get it ready to go for mornings. First thing in the morning, jump in it, and I take off. Normally about lunchtime, I'll talk with the customer, make sure everything is going smooth, and make sure he's happy. If he has any questions, answer those. Grab a bite to eat, and back in the machine till evening. I'll do a service, sharpen the teeth, pack it up, and head back to the house. That's a typical day in the life of being a mulcher. Nope, no breaks. First step for this line of work would be, I think, get to know how to operate the equipment if you do nothing. Work for another guy, get into it a little bit, get familiar with the equipment on how it operates, to where when you get started with your own business, you are trained on it, you know what to do, and you can, from first day on, you start first customer, you can leave that place looking nice with customer satisfaction. One piece of advice that I could give, or something that I would have wished that I knew a little bit better how to do, was time management. Time management is a very important thing, not just for your business, but yourself. If you don't manage your time, it can cause problems further down the road. And but yeah, that was one thing that was kind of a curveball for me, was learning how to manage time better, because up until that point I'd always worked for somebody else. They had told me when to show up, when to leave, when to eat lunch, and now I was on my own time. I was telling myself basically when to work and when not to work. So basically not going just based off of how you feel. No, not always. It can be a struggle sometimes trying to manage your own time. Yeah, a lot of times you're like, I don't feel like doing this. Well, sometimes you just gotta suck it up, buttercup, and get moving. My favorite part of what I do is interacting with customers. When I show up on site and they tell me what they're looking for, and knowing that I can take care of him. Go in there, do my absolute best. When the job is done, he comes, looks at it, and he tells me that's what he was looking for, and he loves what I did. And leaving that job knowing that the customer is satisfied and taken care of to the best of what I can do, and being able to go back past that place later on sometime and say, hey, I did that.